I'm gonna go with the whole Suburbia I've Given You All and Now I'm Nothing album by the Wonder Years, heavily because I have grown up to be that album. My childhood died a long time ago with it, and there's the few songs on that album that always kind of bring back memories of exes and whatnot, and so without a doubt there's gonna be the heartbreak side of things, but it's without anything else. Like, I grew up to be a Suburbia kid, and even though we're out here touring and everything, you know, still got to go home and pay bills and car payments and a house and phone, and it's not fun anymore. I just want to play music for the rest of my life and live in a van with the 4 other dudes. I was 20, working at a print shop. This band hadn't even formed yet, and I was very optimistic with everything, and I actually wound up kind of leaving Edmonton for England, and I went to see Wonder Years play at Slam Dunk. That was kind of the moment that kind of inspired me to get back into playing music. It's a rebirth album for me, but it's also been beaten like a dead horse. I was still young, and like the future was so bright. Even though we've had like the opportunities that we have and been able to go out there and do everything that we intended on doing, it's still like we had to grow up and we had to roll with it, but we're still holding on to our childhood at the same point. And so to listen to an album that, you know, brings back the feelings of when I was 19 and all this was still possible is inspiring, but it's also, I feel like I lean on that a lot more now than I did when I was 19. Back home, like, I had a good job that I was leaning on pretty well. I've got an amazing support network with my family and my friends and all that, but it's still like in the end of the day, it's all up to me. I choose what I want to do, and I want to be remembered for everything that I've done and not for what they did for me. Fucking do it. Nobody's gonna do it for you. We've always been a band to kind of say, like, we're here for ourselves. Nobody else has a horse in the race the same way the 5 of us do, and it's given us the opportunities to tour England. We're in the middle of the States on a 60-day tour. We've played Warped Tour. We've been across our Canada. We charted on Billboard with our first EP. Like, we did everything for ourselves. Nobody was gonna do it for us. Nobody's gonna do it for you.
Painted Black by the Rolling Stones, because I owned Guitar Hero Legends of Rock, and I played that way too much. Can't even listen to the tune anymore. Green, 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 red. No, I think everyone should just learn how to play an instrument. Playing guitar keeps your brain sharp.
My ruined music would probably be the album One Fell Swoop by the Spill Canvas. Associated with a very specific point in time in my life, and a relationship that went sour, and that's, any song on that album is just an instant skip for me.
All the Small Things by Blink-182. Man, I've probably listened to that song at least 2,000 times, if not more. Like, first off, that was like one of the only punk tracks I knew when I was a kid. That and like Green Day. So I would just like track repeat on the CD player on my Walkman, like, as much as I could. And then eventually when I got older, I just like played in bands, you know, like stuff like that. And being on lots of tours, I've probably seen that song performed by 50 different bands. I could do without All the Small Things. I already didn't like the tune. It's like that was at that point, I was like, hey, well, we gotta play something for the kids, you know, like, well, All the Small Things. It's like, well, I was the drummer at this time, so I was like, just like, oh man, you know, like, no, I don't know. I'm over it. I love Blink-182, don't get me wrong, just like I can't do All the Small Things anymore.
We're Not Gonna Take It Anymore by Twisted Sisters. So we're on tour, and we'll be in the van, and Luke will be driving, and he'll just put on that song, and he'll put it on repeat over and over and over until somebody snaps. So that one, that'll kill it.
I could probably go with the entire Nickelback discography, and just because I think in the back of the van one night I was nursing a Righteous Bangover, and Nick just played it over and over and over. And you know, the first couple albums are great, like the riffs are gnarly, you know, the energy's there, but after a while you just get tired. You get tired of it. There's something I call the Nickelback effect. A band gets to a certain point and people just, yeah, like you said, they love to hate him, or they hate to love him, you know, however you want to put it. Chad Kroger's hair looks like it'd be in a shampoo commercial. The riffs, you know, it's all about the riffs. That powerhouse drumming, you know. Just the rock virtuosity, I think, is really what it's all about with them.
We can't play the first song we ever released Here's Looking at You, Kid. We get a lot of requests for that one, and we just refuse to play it anymore. So probably that one. It's a fan favorite. We've grown past it, and it was a different time in the band's growth, and we've just come so far since then. It's hard to play really old songs and go back to where you were back then when we've come so far and we're here now. I'm Brad from Calling All Captains. For more videos from your favorite artists, please like and subscribe to... Oh shit, I almost made it. I'm Brad from Calling All Captains, and for more videos from your favorite artists, like and subscribe to APTV.